Hi everyone, welcome back to Arranging with Judy. Today I'm going to decorate my Christmas tree. Now I bought a really inexpensive tree from Menards just to show you that you can do anything with a Christmas tree, any kind of Christmas tree, and make it look cool. So today I have all my dried stuff that I put in the garage that was looking so witchy, and I'm going to use some hydrangea, and I have kind of a pinky white creamy color and some green ones. They're the limelights. I have some Kent Beauty oregano here. I don't know if you can see it. I have some silvery gray artemisia that I'm going to place in there, and a tiny bit of green sea oats. I wish I would have dried more of these last year, and I'm going to dry more next year. Also, I have some green glass balls, 2 different sizes, and some cream and gold and green glass balls here in different sizes. And then I have my ribbon, and I chose a cream and gold ribbon to use. And I'm just making a real simple bow. I'm just taking and gathering this together in my hand really tightly. You can see how tight I'm holding this. And then I'm going to just make a loop, and I'm going to gather this all together in between these 2 fingers and my thumb. I'm going to pick up my bottom finger, give this ribbon a twist, put my bottom finger back on top of that, and then gather another loop together like this. Then I'll pick up my top finger, give the ribbon a twist, and then I'll have another tail. So I'm going to put the ribbon on first this time, just because I want to have that, that really figured out exactly where they're going to go, and then I'll be right back. All right. So I have the ribbons in now, and this is a little backwards from what I usually do. Normally I would put the glass ornaments in first, but because my hydrangeas are so big and so heavy, I want to put these in before I get the glass ornaments in, and but after the ribbon, because I think I'm going to tuck these around in the bows. So I'm going to kind of vary the size and the colors so that they're sort of mixed around in the tree. All right? Okay, so I have the hydrangea placed in here. I tried to put some in, like kind of nestle it in with the ribbons, but I tried to keep it fairly even but varying the sizes and get it through the whole tree. So my next step is going to take these larger green balls, and I'm going to place these in deep so that you can just see them glinting out from the surface. Okay, so we have all of the large green balls in, and they're tucked in because I'm going to go back and I'm going to top dress with these different shades of green and cream and gold, and I'll just place them through the whole tree. Probably larger ones at the bottom and a few smaller ones at the top, or maybe I'll mix it up and take some of the larger ones and put them up at the top, as long as they aren't sticking out too far. So that's next. I'll be back. Okay, so we have a good distribution of glass ornaments through the whole tree now, and it gives it a lot of sparkle. But one thing the tree is missing is I like it to have some rhythm. And I mean, it's just like, if I was to put this garland, I showed this garland in one of my videos this fall, and if I was going to put this through so that it gave the tree some continuity and some rhythm, that's kind of what I want to do next. And I'm going to use the same kind of materials that I used in that garland. I'm going to use some of these dried sea oats and this dried artemisia, and then I'm going to put little bundles. Oh, this is so messy. I'm going to put little bundles of this beautiful Kent Beauty oregano in it, and just give it some rhythm and kind of a garlandy effect, okay? Okay, it's finished. And what we did here is, and you can probably tell if you look at it carefully, I took dried materials, the artemisia and the Kent Beauty and the little sea oats, and I hooked the hydrangeas together with the pattern so that it sort of has a swirling effect. Don't be afraid to use a little depth. Don't be afraid to project out. It gives your tree a lot more interest. And you can see these little sea oats are just kind of hanging out, projecting out a little further than the rest of the decorations, and it gives it a little bit of life and a little bit of lightness that you wouldn't have if you crammed everything in. Do you see what I'm saying? If you give it some depth, you have a little more interest. So way deep in, you see the glint of the glass balls, and then the dried materials are a matte finish, so it's got a good contrast, but putting the ornaments in deep rather than the flowers gives you a little more glint, a little more, you know, pizzazz for it. So play with this a little bit. You can do the same effect, the same garlandy effect with ribbon too, by bringing it in and out and in and out in a pattern through your tree. So play around with it, have some fun. And if you have a lot of dried flowers at home hanging up in your garage like I do, try it on your tree this year. It's a lot of fun.